EA Sports, and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational. You'll need to catch this solid 190 yards away. Back down now to hole number 6. Frank, what's happening early in this third round? Doesn't look good.
Oh, it's a shocker, Rich. It really is. There's nothing like we saw the first 2 days. A series of mistakes just compounding one after the other. Really right now, talk to the caddy, talk to somebody, talk to someone in the crowd. You've got to change things around.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Locked in on the read and the speed.
A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. So a drop shot. All set here at the par 4-7. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's a rather intimidating tee shot there, since the trees have all been removed that used to be very, very close to this fairway. 3 bunkers down the right side, another 2 on the left. They've either got to be somehow threaded in between, or the longest hitters might just be able to squeeze it past. Oh, they've had some meat behind it.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, looked like you caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. You give it, and it taketh away.
Frank, this has been an absolute mess today and all week long.
You said it best.
The par 3 8th. This is where Angel Cabrera, Sunday at the U.S. Open in 2007, made a deuce, and it was set up to play at 300 yards on that final day. This is all you want, Frank, in a par 3.
Yeah, it was the first 300-yard par 3 ever in a U.S. Open.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Little redemption chance here, had bogey yesterday.
Ooh, inexcusable.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Going to tap out on this hole for the week for another bogey on this hole. That is another bogey. It's getting messy, Frank.
Ouch.
Rounding out the front nine here at Oakmont, Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. Are you for real? It was terrible.
Frank, well off the pace, but the true professionals, they keep digging, trying to get better. Take a look now at the 10th hole, Frank. Par 4, 462 yards.
Yeah, this one can play a lot of different distances. And the reason why is if you can sneak a driver to catch the downslope, it can run all the way down. You can have just a wedge in here. If you're not as fortunate and you leave it hanging up on that hill, it plays a good 200 yards for your second.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
And wait for it. Yes, 105 yards away. We were talking about it earlier in the day that this could be something really good. Man, the wheels have come off.
Je weet toch ook dat een signaal maar zo ver gaat, ons signaal. Daarna is het gewoon...
Die zag het eigenlijk met zijn verder kijken. Kijk of we boven met zijn verder kijken. Ja.
Of zou komen. Maar in welke taal zendt hij dan een signaal?
Nee, hij is een radio. Hij is gewoon LP'tjes aan het rijden. Ik heb een soort radiozender.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole.
Even kijken wat hij op een gegeven moment
Alles,
heeft hij aan moeten bouwen.
Alles wat wij uitzenden
Yeah, he
gaat
lost his
eruit.
game early on. Somehow he's slowly putting the pieces back together. Chance now to get on a little bit of a run.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with it.
Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Frank, it's only 379 yards, a par 4. You thinking birdie here at the 11th?
You would think for that distance, no, but you take 4 here. It's a stringent tee shot. The fairway doesn't really look pleasing to the eye. It looks like it moves out to the left, but that's exactly where those bunkers are. So more often than not, we see players hitting out of the right rough. And back in 1994, this is where the playoff finished with Lauren Roberts and Ernie Els.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Little uphill to this green, Frank. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Just 5 feet left.
Dan moet hij alleen nog putten.
Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Nudge this one home. Finish it up.
10 of zo.
Did the job right there.
Nou, carrière spring je zomaar halverwege in of zo. Dus zie ik weer bij half.
Well, that about wraps things up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo.
Nou, voor ook niet af te spelen.
Certainly did, Rich. Once again, the golf course provided more than a stern test.
And for the entire team, I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational.
Ik ben klaar wakker voor mijn gevoel.
Ja, ik ook.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
No problems there.
Really good approach shot. Now,
Nou, ik liep net naar de keuken met mijn koffiebeker in.
only issue
maar
would be
niet
a
in.
lack of concentration or focus.
Dan zullen we samen een filmpje kijken nog? Ja, is goed. Is hij er? Nee, is hij er niet eens.
Wow, what a birdie. Rich Lerner back with you at the 14th hole at Oakmont. And this is a hole that offers up a pretty good scoring opportunity, a short par 4 at 358 yards.
Helemaal kut. Ja, vanaf volgende week heb je Chef Stable Park Barbecue. Hij heeft van Emmy genomen in de serie duiken en smakelijk en rook op de wereld van barbecue. Dus veel chef met de meeste gehoord als
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Ja, ons out of the water. We hebben een melding ingesteld. Ik heb ook de cursus.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round.
$1 million beach house.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Kan dat dan?
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one.
Kom maar even kijken dan.
Golf is not about perfect. But it's going to hurt the course.
Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Here at the 15th, a long par 4 at 499 yards. Frank, what are you looking to do off the tee?
Tee shot here is very similar to the one back at par 5 where the fairway slopes left to right. And then the second shot's going to be uphill to a green that's actually built in the opposite direction. This is a tough par 4.
Like een paar frikadelletjes gebakken. Ja. Ik heb 3 jaar met alleen mayonaise gehad.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure it. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards,
ja,
something
zie je
like
hem half
that.
tijd nog even 3 frikadellen midden te staan. En een kroketje.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, this is a point in the round where you really need to summon your best stuff. Par 3 of 231 yards. You know the pressure's building. We're at the 16th hole. And you have a long iron in hand. You can't flinch. You can't take it halfway back and go. This has to be the complete swing, and you have to really have the nerve on this shot.
Yeah, this shot has to be hitting right out of the button, that's for sure. One thing to consider, though, in the back of your mind, it's always better putting back uphill. Well, uphill is actually from the back of the screen. So you actually can be a little braver on 16 than what you might think standing on that tee, because a little long is better than a little short.
Well, once you're on the green, I think you know this. The idea is to keep it on the green. This one's on the fringe.
Well, Rich, when you consider how many people started the week off just sneaking in the top 10 right now, that's something to be proud of.
That was a decent par right there. Now on to the 17th hole, and Frank, in so many ways, this determined the outcome of the 2007 U.S. Open. Jim Furyk had his issues here. It's just 313 yards, but it can really play with a player's mind.
It's such an unusual par 4 for a U.S. Open, plus also where it comes in the round. Because the options, and there's only really two, is like a 4 or 5 iron, you sneak it up the right side, or you take a driver directly at the green. You would think there's something in between, but really there isn't. And that's why, to your point, it stopped Jim Furyk, it stopped Tiger Woods, it allowed Cabrera to win. It also helped Ernie Els, who went with the driver option there back in 1994. So 17, it's short, it's tempting, it is at a US Open, but it is still demanding.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Lick it. Send it.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options, and you don't have to hit the ball first.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Oh, I thought he had that.
Man.
Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. Great finishing hole here at Oakmont, Frank, the 18th.
I remember back in 1994, this was the last hole in a U.S. Open ever played by Arnold Palmer. He couldn't pick a better finishing hole to win a championship or say farewell. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicklaus over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. And it drops for birdie. So that'll do it from historic Oakmont Country Club in Western Pennsylvania. Frank, Oakmont yet again has stood the test of time.
It has. It proves it's at the top of the tree with regard to testing every department of a player's game in whatever era they played.
So for all of us here at EA Sports, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo saying so long until next time. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's the opening round of the Northeast Invitational. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Pretty good shot, Frank, just inside of 20 feet.
19 feet is what we're hearing.
And getting ready for the putt. Get in the hole.
Can you believe that?
Our featured golfer has made it to the 13th hole. Let's pick up the action right there. As we check in on this early round action, we join our featured golfer, already playing well to this point. Couple of low numbers on the scorecard.
Yeah, it looks very good. Good swings out there and some good putting as well. There's something about a well-hit shot. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
It can't be that good.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Oh. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
12 feet still to go. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Just a little tap in here. Still even par for the day. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. It's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But it's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards. Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. Very impressive and on the move right now. Frank, we saw it all today here at the Cliffs at Lighthouse Point. We played about a 700-yard par 5 and almost 600-yard par 4. Some really demanding par 3s. This was enjoyable and challenging at the same time.
Challenging and long, 7,700 yards, but changes in elevation, the great vistas we saw. Really an enjoyable day. Golf's to be played in the elements. I certainly enjoyed calling the golf we saw today. And, well, Rich, tide's come in. Time for us to go.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. And now the second shot here at this par 5. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Settles in over the putt. And rolls it in. Nice putt. Moving on to the 12th hole now, par 4, 439 yards.
Ja, zo even.
Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. And there's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Frank, that birdie will help the cause. On to the 13th, and Frank, I love golf courses where you run into something you've never seen before. I have never played a par 5 of 700 or more yards. Here it is.
En ijsthee. En troep. Zwaar?
Ja, en op vakantie heb ik niet zoveel geslapen. Nu ben je nog 3-4 uurtjes maar. Ik heb dan gewoon niet zo lekker slapen. Ik heb best wel een bond op mijn enkel of mollages.
Oh.
Mijn enkel is helemaal over dit stuk gewoon paard.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good.
Geen pijn of zo, het is wel plek, maar het is goed paard. En ik moet morgen heel snel op werken. Zullen we willen brengen?
Frank, that one is long and it is straight.
Well, in baseball, that's a home run. In golf, that is a huge advantage over everybody else that plays the game. You imagine just teeing up on every hole knowing that you've got 20 or plus yards over your fellow competitors?
Varen. Gewoon varen. Maar dan weer twee dingen toch wel. Dat kan jij niet, hè? Twee dingen toch wel rijden. Dan ga je met die kuttelefoon.
Maar,
Ja, krijg nou een
varen, ja, wat was slecht weer, maar ik had dat gepland.
Nee,
Ik wil het eigenlijk niet afpakken, want dit is zonde.
This has really been a good bounce back round. Slow at the start, now they're picking up some speed.
Gaan naar Maarsen nu varen.
Maarsen. Waar zijn we vandaan? Man? Kijk hier. Oh, daar ligt een boot.
Ja, die.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Ja, je weet het niet wat voor weer het wordt. Ja, maar dat...
Nou goed, vanaf daar gaan we daar. En maart gaan we lunchen en dan gaan we terug naar Loodrecht. En dan gaan we in dat restaurant gaan avondeten ook.
Oké.
En de maandag zijn zo en ik gewoon vrij, dus ben ik daar. En dan deze ga ik een sollicitatiegesprek bij het Corendon Hotel. Ja.
This has just been an outstanding performance in strong winds. To play this well, impressive.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole
Dat
yesterday.
had hem wel mogen wezen.
Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie, now in second.
Now to the par 3 14th. It is 240 yards. What a golf course, Frank. I mean, this tests the best in the world. I'm talking about McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, and Ricky Fowler. 700-yard par 5s and nearly 600-yard par 4s. This is all you want.
It certainly is, and that's why the total yardage of this golf course is nearly 7,700 yards. This par 3, just a beast at 240 yards. One thing you want to do, though, is avoid Lake Zimmer. It's that big body of water to the right. If anything, though, look at the green. It shapes a little to the right, so you can use that left side of the green, which is away from the lake. It's a smart way to play this.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. So a little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, can you recall a situation where before an important round, an instructor gave you one small tweak, maybe flare your left toe out, or just shift a little bit of the weight onto the back foot. So the instructor gave you that one small bit of advice, and it made a huge difference.
Yeah, the list is too long, Rich, and it's normally just someone that you've trusted over the years, and we all make just little bad habits. Sometimes you're stooped over a little bit more than normal. You're not standing tall enough. The ball is too far back in your stance or too far forward. You're making a funny little move, or your grip is different. It's always the little things that add up to the big problem.
Brood ligt op tafel.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's third round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. Now playing the second here at the par 4.
Nee, niet naar genoeg. Dat wil je die vanmiddag zo voorlopig gezet hebben. Denk ik toch niet aan. Ga je op de andere kamer.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. That ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. He'll need to be strong with this. Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Now at the second here at Lighthouse Point, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. But such a difficult par 3, anything on the green would be good here. This looks like it's heading for the bunker. Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Now has a tie for the lead with that birdie.
And a pep in the stride.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo back with you at the third hole here at the Cliffs. And this is a hole that offers up a chance to put a red number on the board, Frank.
It certainly does. A good drive finding this very narrow fairway will certainly give you the opportunity to reach the green in 2. Stray a little left, either with the drive or the second, and all of a sudden you might realize this par 5 has teeth.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Good-looking shot right here. crucial eagle attempt on the way. Locked in on the read and the speed. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. He has this for birdie.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Fourth hole is 411 yards, par 4. And Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and take a few pictures. The views are absolutely stunning.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
In de mand.
Nou, zo'n wit jurkje, hartstikke leuk. De shampoo was gelegd in de koffer. Geen tip. En dan moest ik even kijken, was er een uitgang.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Ik hoop dat die users uitstaan. Misschien niet gaat vandaag.
Olympia.
Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy,
Yes,
and that's the agony.
Dat was vergeten op te eten.
So a tester from 4 feet. That's costly right there.
Painful.
Just a little tap in here. Time to regroup, Frank.
A little slip to recover. Bogeys aren't the worst.
Now at the 5th hole, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
Well, it's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security here, Rich. No fairway bunkers, you sort of think you would blaze away. But really, you've got to find the fairway here. Very small green and well protected by that bunker short and right of this green. So if you miss the fairway, this hole becomes very difficult indeed quite quickly.
Good contact, good result. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Sit down, get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
These putts keep the round together.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. Beautiful looking shot right here. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
What a shot right there. Beautifully done. Time to make a move, the closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Pretty good shot right there. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Hard-fought par right there. 17th hole is another par 5, 613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Only the longest hitters can get here in two. It's two big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway, so if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch, and really great opportunity to get one back off the scorecard.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough, he's digging in. And it makes the green in regulation. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Frank, as we arrive here at 18, I'm thinking about what we so often hear up here in New England. You can't get there from here, or can you at this par 4 finishing hole? Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Really some strong winds out there today, and we can already see the effects on some of these shots. Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
To win the Northeast Invitational. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there.
Jee.
Ook al ik het over mij opgegeten.
Wat zegt u? Je had een Battlefield baan, hè?
Een Battlefield baan.
Ja, course, Battlefield course. Battlefield 4. Treasure Island. Oh, wel een soortje baan hoor, hè? Maar goed.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Welcome to Treasure Island, a masterful blend of challenge and playability. Always need to keep on the lookout for secret paths and twisted turns throughout the course. You never know, maybe even some hidden treasure. This is unlike anything we've seen, Frank, in all our travels around the world. I'm Rich Lerner, and my partner for EA Sports is Frank Novello. Frank, this is a nasty-looking opening par 4, but hey, for a pirate, this is nothing.
No time to throw out the anchor, that's for sure. Two choices down the first. The easier way, stick it to dry land there down the right. Nice little piece of fairway. If you want to be bold and flash it across the cliffs there, go left of that mountain and you'll... Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power?
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. Powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, you think about the great rivalries in sports. The Yankees and the Red Sox, Ollie and Frazier, and in golf, Nicklaus and Palmer. Great athletes, great teams, pushing one another to great heights.
It's amazing how that's gone forward too, because Nicklaus and Palmer really became Nicklaus and Watson. Then there was like Norman Faldo, but some would say that Faldo Ballesteros, 6 majors to 5, was even more important. But in this era that we're in now, I think we're all praying for that Woods-McIlroy rivalry. You know, Woods with 14 majors, McIlroy already with 4. That really is one to salivate over.
Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Looks like he just misread that. And he's putting for par now. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth